Tonight, I'm gonna show you how to make something so simple, it's gonna blow you away. It's really simple. I went to the Dollar Tree some time ago and I bought a satin pillow. I cut out 2 squares. They are 10 by 10 now, but what they were was 11 by 11 because I had to save room for seam allowance, okay? So what I did was I cut these 2 little squares out, took it over to my machine. Now two of the seams were already done. This one was already done, okay? And this one is the fold. So I didn't have to seam that. So what I did was I just pinned it and I sewed it straight stitch across here and right across here. And I left this little gaping hole. What I like to do, I like to just get rid of all the flyaways. Satin is worse than anything, I think, because you get all these little strings everywhere. And so I went around the whole thing here and got rid of them and sealed them. So now you don't see as many of them, if any, okay? I just kind of run it across there and it gets rid of them right away and it seals it. Okay, so this is inside out, right? It has to be inside out. And then you just kind of do this, like this, give it a shake, like this, and voila, you have a square. Now, if you don't have a little plastic stick, you can use wood, but I don't like to use wood on satin because it picks everything. Satin. I picked up a glue stick out of my arsenal over here. I thought, you know, I'll try it. So I went in with my little glue stick and I just kind of give them a little gentle nudge, a little gentle push. Okay, so that the corners are nice and square. And this takes a little bit of time, and I'm just going to show you how I did it, then I'm going to show you one that I did, okay? So all I do is I take a little piece of it and I kind of do that, you know? I just kind of break it up a little bit. You have to break it up, otherwise your pillow gets lumpy, and it takes time to do this. Now, doing right? You're seeing it's filling up, right? Okay, how much do you want to fill it? Well, you want to fill it enough to where it's gonna, and I'm not gonna bore you with filling this whole thing here because I can do that on my own. I got another one. This one is, and you're gonna say, well, it's not closed. No, it's not. I wanted to show you how to do that. So, okay, see how nice and stuffed this is? Okay, oh, what I didn't show you is as you're filling it, you're gonna go in with your little hot glue stick or whatever stick you choose. Now, sometimes when you buy the batting in a bag, they give you a little stick a little plastic stick to do this with. So I just keep pushing it into the corners and consolidating it into this corner and then consolidating it into this corner until it looks like this. Okay, like this. And it's beautiful. I buy lots of this from the Dollar Tree. I use it when I sew on the little fur poms on top of the hats. I use it because it's strong. It's really strong, and I've got one already strung up here. Okay, and what I did for this is I made a nice knot. Okay, I stuck the needle. I found the middle. You have to find the middle or something, you know, eyeball it if you want to. It doesn't have to be exactly the middle, but I found the middle with my little ruler here, and you stick it right through the center and you push to where you see the needle come up through the middle. You push it and then you grab the needle and you pull it. Okay, now you don't pull it all the way through, okay? You pull it to the point where you've got a little tail left on it, because once it goes through the first time, then you're gonna go back down right next to it. You're gonna go back down through and go to the other side again and pull it through. Now, you'll have a little tail and then you'll have the rest of this, okay? Knot it right then and there. You're gonna go over here, you're gonna tie 2, 3, 4 good size knots, and this is called tufting. This is called tufting. This pillow is now tufted. Now, what you can do, if you want, you can take a Totally Dazzled piece. I chose this one right here. I love this piece. It's beautiful. It's very sparkly. It's not too big and it's not too small, and it's a button on the back. Okay. Now I can glue it on. I can hot glue it on here. I can do that. But I just think it looks more elegant when you do it, when you sew it on. So I'm gonna sew it on right here. All right, now I'm going to whip stitch this part right here. Now, I don't need to use dental floss with this. I have actually a light colored. You can use any, well, I would use a white or a cream color if you're sewing up. It's just a 2-inch spot there. We're just gonna whip that baby up real quick. Good to go. Okay, now doesn't look that great, but it will. Okay, now comes the fun part, right? I have appliques from Hobby Lobby. I also have, and I was going to use an applique from Totally Dazzled as well, on top of the applique. Okay, I was going to use an applique on my applique, but let me just show you what I got here. I got a couple of appliques. I like this one. I think it's pretty because it goes over the edge of the pillow like this. It has to be on the side with the button. Button side. I think I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna use hot glue on this one. I'm gonna be very, very careful. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add just a little dab. I'm not gonna put a lot of hot glue. You don't need a lot, really. You just need like a little. Okay, here we go. Appliques for our appliques. Right, this is pretty as it is, but we can do better. Okay, now there's a 3M sticky back here in case you didn't know this, in case you're a first timer and you didn't know that. I am going to use, not E6000, I'm going to use the sticky, and I'm also going to use hot glue next to it because it's heavy. This bad boy is heavy. Serious? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Now this one is a smaller version, but it's all bling. There's no pearls in it. And it also has the same shapes that are in here, the same peaks here. So I think it lends itself to this. Can you see this bling, you guys? Holy guacamole, that's just so stunning, right? All right, this is so pretty. This is satin and sheer, kind of like a ribbon edging, and I'm gonna hot glue it on. Totally Dazzled applique is the bomb. Can you see the bling? Holy moly. Next is, since it's a ring bearer pillow, we need something to hold it on with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and wrap this around this button and tie it, okay? Shine. You could do a bow if you wanted to, but I think it's pretty just like this. And then of course you tie the rings on with it, and that's done. Now, how does he hold on to it? Because you know, if it's a little guy, he's gonna be going, whee! And it's gonna be everywhere. So you gotta give him something to hang on to. So I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna show you what I have in mind. I have a ribbon, a length of ribbon here, not very long. I'm thinking a little guy's hand, you know. This is like 9.5 inches. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some Totally Dazzled bling wrap and I'm gonna cover it on one side of the ribbon. I'm gonna cover it and I'm just gonna make a little loop and glue it on. All right, so I'm gonna take this pretty little piece of satin ribbon and I'm gonna give the bling wrap the glue just here and there. Okay, now we got a handle. Ah, Teresa Cherry, thank you, sweetie. You're so sweet. All right, what I'm gonna do, create a little handle, and I'm kind of guessing, you know, like a little guy's hand would be smaller than mine. My hands are probably medium-ish, so I'm gonna make it just a little bit smaller, like this. I'm gonna wrap it, I'm gonna hot glue and E6000 it. I don't want it coming apart on me. Just a little bit of E6000 and then the rest hot glue. That's it. That's all. And then give it a little dab of hot glue. Now this is gonna be on the bottom, so you're not gonna see it if it oozes out. That's what I'm gonna hot glue that down right there. See, we've got this on this side for a little handle. Put a handle on it. And this. Oh, my word, you guys. Seriously? Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed being here tonight and hanging out with me in my craft room and being on Totally Dazzled. Make sure you watch all the rest of the presenters the rest of the week. I'm sure they've got something wonderful for you, and they're fabulous. I watch them in awe every week. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your night. Happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you next Monday, same time, 6 o'clock. Okay, bye, guys.
Totally Dazzled sells sparkling rhinestone wedding supplies. Check us out at totallydazzled.com. But before you do, click up here and grab our free download, 50 Ways to Bling Out Your Wedding. Or click down here and watch one of our other awesome tutorials.